Well, hearing that music might make you long to hop the next hot air balloon to adventure around the world in 80 days, as Jules Verne's characters did in the book and later in the movie of the same name. Well, a new arts and entertainment cable series of the same name documents Michael Palin of Monty Python and A Fish Called Wanda fame as he actually attempted to travel around the world in 80 days. He recently traveled to our studios in far less time to talk about his incredible journey. When they brought you this script, what did you think? I mean, because it was a tough thing to try to do.
The thing was, they never brought me a script. There was never a script to this. There was never a script, makeup, costume. It was a completely sort of improvised show. There was just a camera crew of 5 and myself. And the idea was just go around the world. The rules are you have to be back within 80 days. You can't take any aircraft. You just have to be on ships, camels.
You have to do it exactly
trains.
like they did it, right? It's a recreation.
Yeah, no transport that wasn't around in Jules Verne's time.
But in trying to take the same kind of methods of transportation, were you able to recreate that?
I found out as soon as I left that the great advantage that Jules Verne's character had was that he never existed. He was this, you know, a fictional character. So he had it much more easy than I did. But he took ships everywhere. There are no passenger ships on any of the world's oceans anymore. So you have to take goods ships, cargo ships. So you end up in the hold of a ship transporting human hair from, where was it, Madras to Tokyo or something like that. Oh, I found out a lot about the secrets of international trade. And then big container ships across the Atlantic and Pacific. You went to so many different places, it's hard to just pick up, but you went through the Persian Gulf, right? Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, that was a little hairy. I wouldn't have minded going through the Persian Gulf if I'd been on a faster ship. I was on the Dow, which moves slightly slower than a marathon runner, and we actually broke down in the Strait of Hormuz. As the captain said, the rubber band went in the engine. And so we looked at the engine for a bit, and meanwhile the rest of the crew looked over the side to make sure these black things floating by weren't mines. And
a little scary?
we got going. Well, that was scary because we had no contact with the outside world there.
Let's take a look at you. I think we have you in Tokyo.
Well, this is the world's smallest hotel.
I don't say that's small. Is that all you get right there?
You can say that. You probably
That's a double room.
That's a double room.
I got it all to myself.
A little capsule.
There we are.
You can get claustrophobic in there.
You can get anything. You've got 36 channels.
Now, people might laugh, but those are for real over there. We're going to probably see those here.
Claustrophobia channel. Very boring.
What was the best place and the worst place?
India.
Which one was that?
Best and the worst. Well, no, I mean, the best because I think India is an extraordinary country. I never tire of going there. It's a constant place of surprises and sensations. You just go out along the street and you meet them extraordinary people. But it's also, it's very tough there, very hard to film there. You set up a camera, crowds gather. And, you know, some of the things you see there are pretty hard and pretty unpleasant.
Good food, though. Curries and stuff.
The food is great. Yeah. And I had some wonderful offer. A guy on the street offered me 50,000 women.
But could he produce?
Well, I said, I'll take 3 and see how we go from there. No, it just is extraordinary.
But I just have to ask you, too, I mean, obviously, Graham Chapman died recently of cancer. He seemed to be in such good spirits right to the end, but does that, what does that mean then for Monty Python?
Well, it means there'll be no more Python.
It's the end.
Because Python was 6 people, all contributing equally to the writing and performing, and it would be grossly unfair to Graham and our memory of Gray, I think, if we tried to go on with this.
But he did stay in high spirits right up to the end.
Yeah, he was terrific. In fact, the last few months of his life, he was in hospital. And many of us visited him and had actually more time to talk to Graham than we had done for years, and all the little sort of rivalries we had in the past seemed completely trivial. It was just great to be there and try and sort of keep his spirits up. But his humour was absolutely there to the end. I mean, he was laughing
served him well.
Day. So, in a sense, he was in great pain, so I think it was a relief that he died without suffering, but have great memories of him.
Yeah,
always
end
will.
of an era. It's good to see you. Good luck on this.
Nice to be here. Okay.
And Good Morning America continues in a moment.
And next week, among our guests will be comedian Louis Anderson and Gary Coleman.